Say hi to YouTube, everyone. I'm doing this really quickly while you could still see Vagabond's question above, which said, "Why do you think Ryu's level 2 needs buff?" And it's because the shit is ass. Like, I made a whole video encompassing on why I think the shit is ass, right? From the fact that like it comes in 3 levels, the fact that the super is like really unintuitive, the fact that somehow that getting the level 3 charge is less optimal than getting the level 2 charge, which really doesn't make sense because you're like, if I'm charging my Kamehameha and I can use it to destroy a solar system, there's no reason that a 5-year-old who could also do the same Kamehameha can magically clash with my beam. That doesn't make sense. So that being said, we're making this video to then talk about the buffs that I think this character needs. Well, specifically the buffs that I think his level 2 needs in order to make it more viable. Thankfully, this video will be like pretty straightforward, right? Because I think there are simple things that can be changed. So, as I previously mentioned before, combo-wise, it's more optimal to get this, which is the partial charge or level 2 charge, versus getting the full charge. This 3000. Outside of like stun combos, when it's a stun combo, we'll go for the level 3 charge, get your Denjin charge in, put a hole in their chest, obviously, right? But like in a kill situation, and let's say you have 3 drive gauge, it is less optimal to do this, right? It does 3700 than doing this. That is 3761. And for those who don't know, how can I tell when I'm doing the partial charge? There's an audio cue that I'm listening out for, which I don't know how to describe it, but when you hear the audio cue, you know you got level 2, right? So now that I've done this and demonstrated this, you're probably wondering, why the hell do I get more damage out of the partial charge? The answer is, I don't know, but it kind of fucking sucks, right? So in regards to how you can buff this super in order to make this like actually like more usable outside of kill combos or stun combos, the idea that I've been going with, or the idea that I've seen frequently recommended, is that he gets Denjin charge, right? But I actually kind of want to take it a step further and give him an install. But the thing is that the install would be proportional to the level or the charge that you get from the level 2. Right? So while you are in that install, you'd be in Denjin mode, which for those who are thinking that this would be absolutely busted, it would not. It would actually be a nerf to the character itself. But I think it would make using the level 2 a lot more applicable. And before anyone asks why would it be a nerf, it's because you only really want to be in Denjin mode if the opposing character is standing, not when the character is on knockdown. So if I'm still in install and I manage to get the hit and the knockdown, I actually fuck myself over. So the intent with using the install is to keep the opponent standing as long as possible, so to potentially drain their drive gauge with EX fireballs or normal fireballs, or like just to be essentially would make me guile in a sense. But again, my install timer would be shorter depending on which level that I hit. If I hit level 1, obviously give me the shortest amount of time that you can possibly give. So I guess this would be like a good time to figure out how long Guile's install is. But if I hit the no charge, give me a really short timer. If I hit the partial charge, give me like a moderate timer. And then if I hit the full charge, give me a timer equivalent to Guile. For how? Actually, that might be a little too long. I honestly don't think I want to be in Denjin mode as long as this timer is going on. That might be reasonable. So I think that'd be a really good way to buff the character and make his level 2 a little bit more usable, so it's not only just used in like kill situations or stun situations, it actually gives him use to the move overall. The other thing I was thinking of, if people don't, well, it actually would be too much to say, like, yo, both his frame data. This character's frame data is absolute ass. But that would be completely pointless, because the fix to that would be to just buff his frame data. But I think the main way to buff his level 2 would obviously give him an install and let the install be proportional to the charge that he got, therefore making him a better character for however seconds he got for the charge. This way, if I do decide to like sacrifice damage for the full charge, I actually do get like some compensation as a reward for doing it. Because otherwise, the only real reward for this is getting level 3, getting the full charges that I get Oki. And as I've mentioned earlier, well, in the prior video, the reason that this is bad is that even though I'm +5, is that his frame data is really inconsistent. So sometimes I could be +5, sometimes I could be +3, sometimes I could be 0. It really just depends. But if I get the constant 10 seconds, it doesn't really matter how plus I am after that point, because I would still have, like, I could still like use EX Hasho or normal Hasho at that point, just to say like, all right, let me just continue my pressure. Because, yeah, that's like, I'm even willing to like say like, okay, in order for me to get the install, I already have to be in Genjin mode. So like, okay, no, I was +4 this time. So like, even if I have to be in install in order to get the buff, I'm still like willing to like compromise with that. But otherwise, there's really no, I really think this is like a bottom, like maybe a bottom 3 super. Like the fact that people still don't know that like there's three versions of it, and you're still supposed to technically do level 2 if you want like the partial charge, if you want optimal damage, is like kind of like a testament to how bad the super is, because people still don't know how to properly use it in order to get like the ideal situations with the character. Honestly, if you're playing Ryu, and like, fun fact, if I watch other Ryu players play, the way I can tell how familiar they are with the character is when they use level 2, and not only when do they use level 2, but if they know when they can get a partial charge versus when they can get a no charge versus when they can get a full charge. And depending on that, I'm like, all right, you know how to play the character. You've been grinding through the dirt with this character. There's really no reason to be using this super. It's really just ass. Like, oh my god, it's so ass. Please don't use the super. Buff the super. Give us an install. Let us be God for like 8 seconds. Thank you. And if you enjoyed more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'll try to put up 1 discussion video a week and 1 anti-character guide for the week. Thank you for your love, your support, and say bye to YouTube, everyone, because that's the end of the video. Later.